Hi, welcome to our Irish farmhouse. I'm Elisa, and this is our first episode, and we're so glad you're here with our family today. Today, I wanted to talk about creating a home altar in your family's home or your apartment or wherever you happen to be. For us, it's our cabin that we're staying at before we moved to Ireland. And we're up in the mountains and it's very small, but we wanted to create a home altar here as well, which has been a really fun project, and just wanted to share that with you. So I'm not sure how much you guys know. I don't know a whole lot, but I know a little bit, and was given the fortunate encounter with some people who had some knowledge about the architectural and design elements of our Catholic churches today and throughout history. And so a little bit of a background is that, our churches are actually built in a very special way. They are not just like a building put together that happens to be, set in a certain way, and it just happens to be similar from church to church. Actually, every little element that goes into the design of the church has meaning. We have the Holy Eucharist, the tabernacle up in the front and center, preferably, of the church, but also from the minute you walk into the church, the number of steps that goes from the outside all the way up to the altar has meaning, and there's a certain number of steps as you approach the altar of God, where the choir loft is, where the music comes from, the windows, the light, everything has meaning, and it's all meant to help the people of God to orient their souls in the best way possible towards adoration of God in the proper way. And it's really cool to think about, and I will want to do a little more research on that myself, and perhaps I can share it with you. But when we think about that and how beautiful that is, and how much emphasis our church puts upon the actual architecture of each individual parishes and churches, cathedrals and such, then we think about our homes. And here we are, the domestic churches. Our homes and our families are called, as we learn in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, they are the domestic church. And so rather than thinking of just our home as a place to lay our head, you can really think about it as more than that. It is where we spend most of our time. It's truly the honorable place of the family, the domestic church, where we grow and spend our time growing towards God. So we would like those places to help orient our souls towards God, kind of in the same way as a church, as your parish, as your cathedral, or wherever you happen to attend Mass. And so when you think about today's homes, what are they designed around? They're designed now around the television, and they're not even really designed around a fireplace. We have a fireplace here in our cabin, which is really fun and warm and cozy, but everything in the cabin here is facing the big black television box. And if you think about what kind of message that sends to our souls and everything, and the children, we believe it's not really spiritually healthy and geared towards moving our souls towards greater holiness and peace, healthy relationships, and all that beautiful things that we are supposed to have in the domestic churches of our homes. So what we like to do, now I know everybody has different opinions and such like that, but we feel that the central part of our home should be basically the home altar. And it doesn't have to be fancy or ostentatious or in your face or anything, but just a quiet, beautiful, sweet honor to our Lord and Our Lady, saying, you are essential here. Come and fill our home with your grace and your love and your truth. And I truly know that God will bless your family when every move that we make to put Him front and center in our homes and in our lives and in our hearts. So just wanted to share what we did here at the cabin to create that kind of an environment. As it is rented, we can't move any furniture at all, so it's all set. The television is mounted on the wall. Everything is, we can't basically touch it. So we had to be creative in figuring out how to make it beautiful, sweet, but also more geared towards God and elevating the sacred scriptures and such like that, rather than facing the television. So I know everybody has different opinions about television. We personally don't watch it in our home. It just doesn't prove to be good for our souls and our spiritual life and our children. It just causes all kinds of issues. So we just choose not to watch it. We get our news and such from our phones and information and things like that. And we don't miss it at all. But I know a lot of people have programs that they like to watch and enjoy. And so, you could kind of modify these ideas to maybe cover the television. I know there's like really cute barn door ideas that people do in their homes these days, or whatever styles that you have. But maybe even just putting it off to the side where you have the central, where it would normally be your home altar area. So I want to show you some pictures of what our cabin looked like before we did this change, and then afterwards. So here's before. And then here is after. So you can kind of see that to us it looks a lot better. Like, it's just more inviting, it's more homey, it's got kind of a different focus. It actually focuses you more on the altar and then encourages gathering around the fireplace a little bit more. It just feels more cozy, and rather than having a big black screen that is just staring at you. So it just is really fun. And so what I did is I went to my favorite store, which is kind of funny, but it is Goodwill here in America, and also went to some thrift stores. So everything was like under $10 a piece, sometimes just $2, but very inexpensive. Just some linen curtains from Goodwill that were about $8 or $9 together, and a $4 wreath. That's kind of an interesting, I'm not sure about it. You don't have as much choices when you're on a budget and you're shopping at Goodwills and thrift stores, but sometimes I find you find the most amazing things. So it's kind of a fun design, but not, I was thinking more of a traditional wreath, like a kind of just a green springy wreath, but they had this kind of double wreath thing that was kind of cool looking, so I thought I would try it. And then just some little plants and a beautiful candle holder, and we just raise and elevate the sacred scriptures there. And then the statue is the only thing that was not, of course, a thrift store find. That was a present that we bought for ourselves while in Lourdes. Shortly after being married, we made a little, we had been given a gift of traveling there from my husband's work, and so we had a beautiful statue that we actually brought back all the way from over in France. And so just, a simple element like that, it's very beautiful, but it kind of takes front and center stage there as well. And so those are some simple ideas, just, either like a curtain in the back that can kind of shield it. You could kind of make it so you can open it up when it's time to watch your program. But for the rest of the time, this is God's home. This is, God is first, and this is our way that we choose to honor Him in our home. So we just hope maybe this can inspire you guys to maybe make some minor changes or some big changes in your home and have fun doing it, and just kind of explore putting Christ physically in the central part of your home, where also when you have company come over, you don't want it to be, in your face or stuff like that, but it also shows them, that Christ is central to this family, to this home, and it may inspire them hopefully to do the same in their home, and most especially in their hearts, which is what we all want to do as a witness in our faith. So we hope this inspires you, and we would love it if you could post comments and pictures or whatever kind of ideas, because there's so many things that you could do with this idea of creating your home altar and using the home design that is so television oriented to actually work towards your advantage in the faith and make it spiritually more healthy. So go ahead and comment below, send some pictures, tell us what you guys do, your thoughts, your opinions. So thanks so much for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.